Ah, hello.
All right, we're
How did you
back.
end up here?
Gonna try it one more time.
What was that? Railroads? Here in the middle of nowhere?
All right,
You must have
Crocodile
suffered a
Dundee.
heat stroke.
I'm back.
Well,
Let's see
since
if
you're
we can
here,
get it to work this
there are
time.
actually a few things a railroad might prove helpful with. But
Still
heed my
gonna...
warnings and don't come running to me if you fail.
Okay, yeah, I don't need that. Alright, so this time I'm going to be careful about placing my tracks. I'm going to make sure I kind of go... See, I can already see there's a... There was a tunnel there. I want to avoid that tunnel.
Since the first settlements were founded just over 40 years ago, not much has changed here. Do you really think that a few tracks will change anything?
Alright, so we got our first city set up. Let's also get our trains going. Melbourne to Ballarat. Then Ballarat to Melbourne. Alright, now this time I think I'm going to start with the seafood because I know that it was relatively flat getting there, so let's see, that's about right there. So let's see if we can get up. I do see there's some bridges. It's not too much, so I'm not going to cut down on that. Just going to accept it. It's not like the 400 or hundreds of thousands on the other one, so... Alright, so we got that going. Supply tower there. Got a couple of trains going here. Start feeding those. Okay, so we're making a little better progress than we did previously, which is not really saying much. Now, in this regard, I'm going to get the wood going first, I think, because I still think I'm going to bring the wheat in over, and then we're going to figure out a way to connect those two up. I think. I don't know, to be honest. It might be a terrible idea, but we're going to try it. Because if I bring the wheat in right about there, even if I have to build a tunnel, which I just... Oh. That tunnel is too much. Okay, let's try it a different way. So let's say if I go across here and just go straight over like that, then over like this. This is what I was planning to do last time, but it was not quite so easy. Now this is probably going to be very... Oh, what's that? There we go. It is rather... Oh, I thought I clicked... that I locked it in. Okay. That is rather expensive. I think I'm going to take this down as well. I think for the time being, I'm just going to accept it. We're going to take it as it is. Let's get it. This one in. Make sure it's locked parallel. Then we will come all the way down. Because at least this way I've already got two rural businesses set up, which is much better than I had last time. Now I am going to put the supply tower over here, so that way it'll get both of them. Alright, so let's get some trains going here. Alright, so we got one going to Melbourne. And then we're going to send one to Ballarat, and then back to Melbourne, then back to Allen Shopping. Now, in Melbourne, we want to make sure it doesn't take anything, so it's empty. And then in Allen Shopping, we want to make sure it's full. Now, I might reduce the number again because of the issues that we had last time. And I kind of want to take a look and see if it's going to slow down too much. This looks like it's relatively flat along here. It's really until we get about here, then it starts going uphill. Now this uphill is definitely going to be slow. But then once we get to here, then it's flat again, and it's all downhill into Melbourne. So that might be okay. Again, we're still good, still good. Starting to slow down a little bit. Definitely starting to slow. Yep. Yeah, we're down to 3 miles per hour. Not good. And we don't have anything to innovate yet. So we just gotta wait. Just gotta wait our time. So we'll let those keep chugging along, but in the meantime, I'll get this one set up. Now when I add the trains here, what I might do is I might go ahead and set them as like maybe only 4 cars.
Here there aren't many passengers or commodities to transport, but you still seem determined.
That is right, I am determined. Alright, so I still need 92. I don't have it yet. I could take out a loan, because I haven't taken out any loans yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Or a bond, I guess. Okay. Now this one is completely stopped because this one is going 2 miles per hour. Okay. So this is definitely a problem. I am going to change these to a minimum, or I'm sorry, a maximum of 4 cars. I think that is going to be our best bet. Alright, have they given us... Okay, they haven't given us any new task yet, but it's probably because we got to get that last one done. It's not too much. I think once it starts getting wood and wheat, we'll be okay. Alright. They sure like to give me a lot of messages. Alright, so let's try it that way. Let's add a train from here to Melbourne, but here we're gonna do 4 and a max of 4. And we're going to try that and see how it works. I'd much rather give it more, but until I get better trains, I don't know that that is going to be our best option, because these are slow as can be. Now this one's just about over the hill, so it's going to pick up speed. Yep, so it's definitely got its speed going. This one will actually be probably all the way out of the way by the time this one gets up there, because this one is just chugging along. But that's fine, because by the time that one gets up to the top of the hill, maybe this wheat will be there. I do want to kind of take a quick look at this wheat to see how it's going. So let's take a look at this and watch it. Actually, I'm gonna click it so I can observe the speed. As you can see, it's already going faster. It's 16 miles per hour. So it's definitely going faster. But really, what I want to observe is what it looks like on this incline. It definitely slowed down. It's faster. It's 9. 9 is definitely better than 2. 7. 5. So maybe decreasing it down to 4 cars isn't all that great. Although 5 is still considerably better than 2. So I'm not gonna do too much to that, but I am gonna add a second line on the back side of Kelly Manor to feed Ballarat, because I do feel like this is probably somewhat easy to do. Although I kind of wish that they would not. Oh, that is too much bridge. Which I know, it just makes it slow, so I'm looking to see. Now this is all going to be, this 3% I'm not worried about. That's going to be down. That looks like it's actually going to be down. So it's really going to have some up there. Just trying to find the best way so that we have the least amount of... Let's try that. I think that might work. Oh. Gotta build it. Oh. Alright, let's see here. Wait, where's my... where's my train? There we go. Of course, that's not going to work because it's going to give me... It's going to say we can't do that. How is that too sharp? Alright, we're going to just do it like that. It's a little wonky, but it works for whatever reason. Alright, let's stick a supply tower in there. Now let's start the train from there to here. I think on this one I'm going to do it 8 just to see how slow it's going to be. I'm going to take a look. All right. So our cities are losing population, so I need to get them growing again. So they need sugar, this one needs wheat. Does have a train going there with wheat. This one needs wheat, wood, meat. Now it may, yeah, so the first wood is still on its way, so it just hasn't gotten wood yet, but it definitely is on its way, so. Now this one is already having a slow time. And as you can see, there is a bit of an incline here, but it does look like once it gets around that corner, it's pretty flat or almost downhill. So I do feel like this will be okay. Alright, so one thing I've forgotten to do is to do all my maintenance buildings, so let's get all those done. Since they're free, I like to do it. It just keeps the trains in better condition. So I think in this regard, the only thing we've got left is just to get them growing up to 55, 7, 33, and that they are on their way. Now the other thing is I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any other, any other rural businesses I can connect to, which I don't seem to be able to. Melbourne needs sugar, but I can't get to the sugar yet. Can't really get to any other cities either. So we are in a much better position than we were last time. The failed attempt at this scenario. I failed because I wasn't.
Noticed, there's one thing in vast abundance: a lot of untapped wilderness.
That's right.
Ever so often, enough people accumulated in the existing towns that we may try to establish a new settlement. Since the credit is yours to a large extent, you also deserve the honor to decide on the new location for the settlement.
Interesting. So I guess, do I choose? Oh, there we go, territory. Now, this one is close to Melbourne. This one does have gold, which is nice because I can send that gold to Melbourne. It has an export warehouse for gold, so I could send tons of gold there, and that's really a cheap way, or not a cheap way, but an easy way to make money because it's basically as much gold as I can ship there. I will make money, so I could do that, and it's right here on the coast as well. Doesn't have any additional resources for me, so that doesn't look all that promising. Now this one has vegetables and sugar, wheat, has another city, Adelaide. I'm inclined to get the gold because it's right next to Melbourne. Now I don't know if that means I'm going to be able to, yeah, number of cities, 0, rural businesses 1. It just has this fisheries. So it looks like these are still grayed out, so it's not letting me get to the gold or to the wood. Now this one does have 2 cities. Arbury. I don't see where the other city is. Where's the other city? And Tamworth. And then it has 3 rural businesses. I probably should pick one of these. Although I do think the clock has stopped, so that's good. This one at least has a city, Adelaide, to get to, and it has 4 rural businesses, so that's actually good. Looks like it's got oil, seafood, wood. It's got sugar, wheat, although it doesn't look like the sugar and the vegetables are available just yet. Also doesn't look like that wood or that wine is available yet either. I don't know. I'm really torn. I'm very attracted to this gold right here. It's right on the coast, but it doesn't have any cities available. I'm going to choose it and see what it says. Oh, it's not letting me choose it. Huh. Nope. Okay. What if we choose that city?
First of all, you should take a closer look at one of the possible settlement sites.
Oh, this is where the settlement sites they're talking about. Dimboola, Bendigo, Swan Hill, Echuca. Yep, I'm aware of that. Warrnambool. I'm kind of inclined to do it here because it's close to Ballarat. I could get resources there pretty easily. This one I could also get resources somewhat easily, I think. Although also here.
Do you see the connected businesses? They're not active yet, but that will change as soon as a new town is built. So, do not treat this decision lightly, and do not forget to confirm your choice.
Oh, I gotta triangle establishes settlement. Okay. That one would have 4 available businesses attached to it. That would just have the 2. I'm sort of torn now. None of these. Oh, but actually it did say that those businesses would open up, wouldn't it? Okay, so I think we're going to go with Bendigo.
Excellent. You established a new settlement. For the moment, there's nothing else to do here. In order for the settlement to become a town, your help is required. Firstly, select the new settlement. Here, you may check the required commodities. Only if you deliver all of them will the settlement become a town.
Okay, so I have to deliver all 15 loads of each of those things to Bendigo. So first thing we're going to have to do is build a station there, obviously. I guess we'll just do it like that. Probably my best bet. Actually, yeah, we'll build it like that. I think that's good enough. Alright, so the first one is pretty easy. We can I hate doing too many bridges. It's pretty close, so if it slows down, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to try to get some I'll update the trains shortly. Okay, now the other one, I'm going to run this up here to here, but I'm going to also get rid of these bridges. That might be super tough, but Looks like it worked okay. Alright, so we got those. Let's see, that I put in a train. Yep. So I have that train being loaded. Or is that on the way? Nope, that's going to Ballarat. So we have a train that's being loaded going to Bendigo. I need to, let's see if we can make a little mini connection here. All right, there we go. All right, so this way I put that little connection there. That way I can bring the seafood in. Actually, was seafood one of the requirements? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's get a seafood train going. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and alright, so I've got that. What were the other things that it needed? Grain, beer, seafood, wood. Okay, so we can bring in wood from over here at Allen Chopping. Just trying to find the best way to do it. If I want to bring it in like all the way like that. Which might be better than trying to bring it into the main line. But I think I am just going to take it into the main line, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it around, just flip it around like that, just like that. Put a little triangle like that. Now the problem is when we get up here, if there's a train in the station, there's only one track there. So what I often will do is I will create I'll create like a little workaround. It's not the cheapest, is it? But because that's going to be 50, and then we'll probably end up with 50 on the other side as well. So how much was it just to run it straight over? I think it was only like 140 something. Let's see, we're going to do it some crazy way. Yeah, see, that's 142. I'm sort of inclined just to do it like that. And then that's on the outside. Although it would be, well, because then I'll have to double it. It'll be another 142, so, maybe I will just, I'll do it around this station. let's get this going. Alright, we've got that. And we're going to take another one out the other side. Now this one is going to be a little more tricky. Actually, not too much tricky. It's going to go right there. But we need 36. Okay, let's... So once I get this wood, I'll send a wood up and over to Bendigo. See what Melbourne's saying over here. Yep, I already know those things. I sped up the time so that I could get to money faster, and it's just taking money away. How much do I need? 36. Okay. So the only thing we've done so far is to get grain. We do have a train full of fish that's going there, so we've got seafood coming, so that's good. Alright, now we can send our wood, but I need a little bit more money. Get rid of these. We're getting there. So we've got 8. We do have another. Why didn't that grain deliver to Bendigo? I hate when it does stuff like that. Like literally, this train was full of grain, took it down here, and then turned around. And now it's going 1 mile per hour up the hill to get back to the farm. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's go. Chopper. Bendigo. Let's do 8. Now I don't really know if the 8 is such a good idea or not, but it might be terribly slow making its way over there, so we'll see. I know this one is incredibly slow. It is not liking that at all. We're going to change it to 4. Wait a minute. Okay. I think I was looking at this one as when I changed it. That's okay. So that's going to Melbourne. Where's the other? Oh, there's the. Now this is the one that I think I just changed. Yeah, I changed it to 4. It seems to be doing okay. It's not terrible. I'm going to see how much it'll cost me to replace those locomotives. Okay, it didn't really cost me that much, but at least I got them all new locomotives. They got the slightly better one. So I'm not really sure. Huh. That's interesting. I did not know it was going to take that route to get to Ballarat. Okay. I generally trust that this system knows the path to take, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But it is a bit strange. So this is going to Bendigo. Now this has got the full load of wheat, and before when it came down here, it did, for whatever reason, it didn't empty out the wheat. So let's see if it does. Now I do want to get some beer. So I'm going to choose this. We're going to go Melbourne to Bendigo, but this is going to be, we're going to go at least 4. I think we're going to go a max of 4 just because I don't want it to slow down too much.
The first commodities have arrived. Let's see if this is going to work.
Now we do need beer. Seafood, we've probably got a second one of seafood coming already. Yep, so the fisheries has just left to go to Bendigo. It's full. It should be fine. So at this point, really, our biggest concern is getting that beer. And you know, it's not really that slow. I'm gonna increase it to 8. Oh, I guess I gotta. I'm going to clone it because it is a pretty long distance to get there. Although we do have till 1840, that does seem like a plenty of time. So I think we're actually good on that in that regard. Let's see if where's our wood at? Okay, so our first load of wood is just getting into Bendigo. So that's good. Make sure it's all unloaded and looks good. Okay, so we're doing well. We're just, that beer isn't quite there yet, but now we do, what's that? Okay, so that's the train that's going to Bendigo, but because Bendigo doesn't want any more grain, it's actually not doing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this train, take a credit, just because I don't want it blocking the station here. So we get rid of that, make sure everything else is running smoothly, it all looks good. I wish there was a source of cattle that I could send to Ballarat so that they had beef steaks, but I don't have any ability to do so. Alright, once we get these tasks finished, I'll go ahead and end this video, and then the next video I'll start up with the next set of tasks. Because we've got our first beer coming in, so that's good. And we've got this seafood coming our way. It's a little slow getting up and over, but it's now all downhill into Bendigo. So our seafood is coming in. Our second set of commodities are going to be there shortly. The seafood. It's got 4 beer and it's got another 8 coming. So I think we're actually doing well there. That, yep, so that one's on its way back to Melbourne. The other beer is coming from Melbourne, but it's actually waiting on, doesn't have any beer because it doesn't have any wheat. Where is our train of wheat?
Except for the railroad connection, the settlers out here are completely on their own. In the past, many settlements had to be abandoned.
I'm going to increase that up to 8. I think the 8 will be fine on the slightly bigger one. I'm going to clone it to send a second train. You know, I'm also going to send a... It's so slow getting out of the station. Maybe 4 isn't the best option, or 8 isn't the best option just yet. Let's see, is there any research I can do? Oh yeah, that increases the power a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the John Bull. That'll give me a little better. Alright, we've got 4 there. My biggest fear is that I'm not going to get that beer. That beer is going to be my limiting factor. So right now I've got 4. I might go ahead and send the 4. Let it go ahead and go, because the other one for Bendigo is here. And I've got it set to 8, so I think the 8 will be fine. Because by then, Melbourne will have some more wheat and it can make some more beer. Because I think this is wheat coming in now, so... Yeah, so that one's sitting there waiting to be loaded. Just needs wheat to come in, make beer. Now the other wheat, is that it? Nope. Not sure where that, oh, that's probably going around here. See, I don't know why that says it's going to Melbourne. Okay, it's going to Ballarat first, then to Melbourne. Never mind. So is that our wheat? It is our wheat, and I stupidly changed it to 8. I should have left it at 4. I don't know why I keep messing with that. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick, let's see, this is our John Bull, right? Okay, John Bull, let's replace all of the locomotives with that. It gives me a little bit more traction power. It's still slow as can be, getting up that hill and around the corner. Ah! That's the frustrating part with these early... I don't need any new applicants. I kind of want that one, but I need 200 points to get it. That one actually would be good, but I need to open up other things, so I think we'll do this one next, the North America. Alright, so this one's now chugging away. So that's good. Let's see, where are we at? So we've got the grain, the seafood done. The wood is probably on its way. It'll be done in no time. It's really the beer. Now we do have a load of beer on its way, which is probably right there. 4 beers, yep. So we got 4 beers going there. So once this last train of beer gets loaded up, that'll be the final one. But of course that takes some time because we not getting wheat to Melbourne fast enough. Let's see, that's wood. Do we have any more wheat coming? Where's our next wheat at? Oh, there's an empty one here. Okay, that's back to Bendigo. So there's probably our next one going to Melbourne. I'm gonna clone it and make a third one going to Melbourne, because there are only 4 loads of wheat. They go a little bit faster, but I need more of them. So at this point, it's really just getting that beer loaded up. That's my goal. Get the beer loaded. And they're already out of wheat, so they're limited until they get the next shipment of wheat, which is way down here. Ugh. But I mean, we are doing pretty well. It's only 1835. We need to finish this by 1840. I think we're going to be just fine. And I only have the one train going, and it's only carrying 4 at a time. So the last train going to Bendigo is on its way. And you know what? This train is probably the one going to Bendigo, and it's not being loaded, so I need to delete it. So that way these other trains can come in, get seafood to take to the cities. Because Bendigo, once it loads up, once it meets its delivery quota, it doesn't need any more, so it stops taking any more. So no more grain, no more seafood. We still need beer, but it looks like we only need 6 more beers to get to Bendigo. So I might change this train to just a minimum of 6. We've got 5 right now. Let's change it to 6. But again, we're still waiting on wheat. Oh, there's the wheat right there. Oh, it's waiting to... Okay, so this is another Bendigo one. So we need to actually manage that, and we are going to delete that train. That way it will... No. I'm going to allow this one in first, which is the passenger from Ballarat. But it'll get out of there quickly. Allowing the wheat to come in. Hopefully get that last beer put on that train to ship to Bendigo. Because our factory right now, our brewery, is making no beer, doesn't have any wheat. Alright, let's see. These do operate pretty quickly, so we're going to go ahead and get that. Alright, come on, one more beer. Okay. Alright, so the wood, let's see, where's our last wood coming from? Oh, that's to Melbourne. Okay, so this is our last wood coming into Bendigo. Once it delivers the wood, I'm going to get rid of that train as well because it's not going to need any more for the time being. We don't know if we're going to need to deliver more later, but at this
Perhaps
point,
the
we don't
railroad
need
line
to.
will make a difference after all. At least it's so much easier to supply the new settlement.
Alright, so I went ahead and deleted that. So really the last task is to get that beer to Bendigo, and it's already on its way. So we know it's coming from Melbourne. It is right there, Melbourne to Bendigo. It's got 6 beer cars. Let's see, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Let's... Nope. Alright, there we go. I was trying to ride along with it. Because this is really the last one, and I'm even gonna... Actually, it won't let me speed it up while we're riding it. So we go through Ballarat. Then hop over there, get on that track. And hop it on down to Bendigo. I really like the graphics in this game. It's kind of nice, especially as you ride along, you can look around. You know, it's got the trees and mountains and stuff. I mean, it's not, you know, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't mistake it for a real train or real scenery, but it's very good. Slowing a little bit going up this hill, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. I mean, 1514 is still remarkably better than the 1 or 2 miles per hour that we had before going up the other route. And I think once we pass this water tower, we're actually pretty flat. So I think we'll be in good shape from there. Actually, it does look like we go uphill again. Probably going to slow down a bit there. Then we'll be good. This is our last train full of beer to get to Bendigo. Then we'll get our next set of tasks. And I'll go ahead and end the video at that point. But I kind of wanted to take a look at what our next set of tasks are before I do that. Now this hill is actually quite sharp, as you can see, which is why it's having a difficult time. Little weird gradient right there, but it's all good. Now it's downhill all the way into Bendigo. Now that we've delivered our goods, I assume that Bendigo will turn itself into a town, and then we will be able to trade with it and build industry and so forth. Is that a storm or what? All right. All right, here we go. This is our last task. Deliver those 6 loads of beer to Bendigo.
Not bad. With the new town, the area is
All
gaining
gold
importance,
star
and the
or gold
colonial
check marks, so
government
that's
agreed
good.
to expand the territory. You may try to found some more settlements, but not much exciting stuff happens here anymore. I did warn you.
Gain access to the area of Victoria East and then connect 8 cities. Okay, that seems pretty doable. So I will stop there and save it, and then I will start up in our next video looking to get those next two tasks. Until then, I'll see you later.